Hello and welcome back. I'm Bebo Joe and this is another season of Captain of Industry. Why another season? Well, this game is so complicated that any mistake you make, any assumption that is wrong, and anything you just don't get right away will make you lose the game. There's not a lot of wiggle room, and this is why this is past season 3, the second playthrough that I'm attempting, and I'm hoping I'm doing it better this time. My real goal is to get the whole game done, beaten, all research done, and completely expanded, and all that done right. I haven't gotten to that point yet. I think fuel and maintenance is just the two things that will always be in the back of your mind, and you have to get that right. But I'm hoping we can get there this playthrough. So let's go. So something that I realized in the last playthrough was don't think too far ahead. Things are not as complicated as you make them, so just deal with them. For right now, we're just gonna go super simple and put a very basic production zone here, which is one for coal. We're gonna have to assign this one. We will not assign a wood one right now, wood guy. But we have a coal maker for making coal, that's fine. And we have a blast furnace. You require 3 coal every 20, and this one's producing 4 coal every 40. So really we would need 2 of these to make 1 blast furnace go. But we don't have that luxury right now. There is a feature that we should use, which is the mirror function, because the exhaust output is on the left. And I just want to keep it there. It looks a little prettier. Keeping some space in between here so trucks can actually move there should be nice. The smokestack, I always did this wrong. This one can service a lot of industries. It has an output of 200. So the way I played it before was always just 1 for every 2 because it only has 2 inputs. That's not right. This one can handle 20 steam every 20 seconds, and this one produces 4 every 20. So easily we could put more than 1 of those. Okay, I'm a little out of breath here because I'm really excited. No, because I did some stuff outside, but that doesn't really matter for what we're doing right now. I found there's one really cool way to set these up, which is put one here, and then you flip one, and you put one on the other side, and now the output for the metal, for the iron, is over here, and you can actually put a storage unit on there once we have material. And this is one of the things that I was mentioning. Do not think about the future too much. I wanted to future-proof everything for conveyor belts, but that just didn't work because it doesn't. It's pretty simple. So get those things started. That should be good. Then we have to assign some trees for cutting down because this guy will need some trees. That should be good. These are building what they're supposed to do, and once they're done building, I can get this research lab going. I think I'm going to do all the auxiliary things over here. That looks fine. I just want to make sure that the settlement can be expanded to all the directions that we care about. Then this one looks good. You have the material that you need. You just don't have coal yet. Why is that? Didn't I not? I guess I didn't assign that guy. Assign that guy. Yeah, got us some trees. That should be nice. And we have some tutorials that we don't care about. Wonderful. The first thing, always farming. 1 farm should be enough for a little while, but farming is what we really want. I don't know if escape actually closed the research tab before, but now it does, and that's exciting. Yeah, we have a lot of trucks just sitting around here not doing anything. We just don't have anything to produce at this point in time. All we have is iron, and then the rest we gotta wait on. But the farm will be the first thing that we're gonna research, and that shouldn't take very long, honestly. While we're waiting, we can actually queue the next research pieces, and one will be construction because we need the white construction pieces. Yep, had to queue that one. Then power or mining. I'm kind of in between this one. I may change my mind, but I think vehicles will be more important. I want to start mining. I may change my mind on this one later, but we'll just do this one for the queue, and then the next one will be, well, we need to get copper smelting done really quick. And I don't want to put the loose material storage out there until we actually have conveyors, so we're going to wait on that for just a little while. I think this should be fine. Get there, and then copper. And I'm doing this so we don't waste any time on just thinking about things. Great. Slow this down just for a second because we will have a farm. Actually, I don't want to slow it down too much at all because I want construction done ASAP. When I did this last time, I did this a little funky because I placed the farms just in a different way. Right now, I think what I'm going to do place them here, because again, these guys are gonna get torn down later on once we can afford it, because our our iron ore and our coal is right here. So I think we're gonna put the whole production line in the middle here. That should make a much better connection. Let's get this assigned, and I do know that just having one of this guy will help us for a little while. Construction is done. Wonderful. Let's get started on those things. We have 64 irons. That is wonderful. This one is not even full yet. I like to see that. I like to see that a lot. But let's get one of these guys in here. And we're going to change this later on. But for right now, this is fine. You can just pump all of the irons in there, and that should be fine. And then I want to start putting in this assembly. The assembly we're going to use later, and as I just said, we're going to put the whole construction line in here. And every time I tear down a building, I lose some. For this one, I lose 5 construction materials if I would tear this down again. So I'm not going to put it over here. This one I will use for copper production and impure copper production later on for our maintenance. But for right now, we'll just store the iron so we have a place to put it. This guy's just going to consume iron and wood. And we will build another iron construction just on this side later on. That should be fine. How are you doing? You don't have water. That's fine. That's just something that will happen. Yeah, no, this is going well. As long as this one doesn't run out too fast, we should be fine. What is your problem? You don't have trees. Okay. Stop. No, I have a habit of just stopping right away, but we don't really have to. I would like to get these trees taken care of ASAP. More because I want to expand the fields to this side eventually, and then there will be fuel down here, fuel and oil production on that side, and that should be nice. Okay. Vehicle and mining. Yeah, that's the next one that we need because we can't build really anything else at this point. We could start planning out this area over here, but honestly, we don't have to. We don't have to yet. Something that I should do is probably put a storage unit right in front of you. And we're going to do this a little different than last time. I'm trying to plan this. It doesn't exactly matter how the spacing is, but more spacing means we can do a little more with conveyor belts later on. We can probably make this a little more compact, but I think this will be fine. So this guy, when you are done, you will store construction parts. Pretty easy. Cool. That is looking good. We have some construction parts left. That is nice. We will need some trucks that bring stuff over here, and mining and that other stuff is done. That is important. Yeah, we're moving pretty fast here, and I'm not explaining as much as I usually maybe do. That's more because if you really want to see why I do the things that I do, there are 3 other seasons that go into detail. This is more, I want to just beat the game. I'm tired of failing at the game every time I start it, so let's just get it done right this time. Yeah. So we have to assign the actual mining operation, and that should be down here. Yeah, I don't care that you can't reach that yet. It's actually expected. Put that one there, and this one can be mined. We do need a vehicle depot, and this one has to be used to actually construct the vehicles. I don't want to put you too far away from everything. I don't think there's any expansion here to the harbor that we have to care about. So right there should be fine. We have these guys ready, but we don't have any excavators yet. That's a problem that we can figure out later. The next thing we need is actually assign some dumping sites for when there is non-coal or something else that we don't actually want to keep. So let's do that right now. We'll just dump it into the water for right now. I'm keeping this nice and close so that I don't have to drive as far. We will at some point need a ramp that goes up here. That looks fine. Yep, that can already go on level 2. And then we should assign some copper ore production right here. Doesn't have to be nice, and I would actually like to make this look like it does on the loading screen, which has just a mine with a ramp as an input, and then everything else just dug around it. That's pretty cool. I want to do that, but it's going to take us a while until we get to that point. Nice. How are we doing? We don't have a lot of construction materials. I would like more. How are we doing here? You don't have wood. That's interesting. How do we not have wood? You're doing fine. You're doing fine. Where is our wood truck? Excuse me? Now let's pause real quick and diagnose this. Are you a wood truck? You are not a wood truck. Where's my wood truck? There should be a wood truck somewhere. Oh, it's right there. What is your problem? Where are you going? You are distracted by this guy. Okay. That's all right. I will allow that. We do have a lot of iron there. I don't want to assign a second wood truck because honestly, there's a lot more stuff that's more important. And if it just takes you a little while to get filled up, as long as you go to the right place. You are not going to the right place. I want you truck import on. Recipes. Sure. Oh, you can double these? Nice. I had no idea. I had no idea. That's pretty cool. I gotta play with that one when it's appropriate. But for right now, you're just dropping off a lot of wood here. How are we doing on food? Food is fine. There is... Oh, it's 1 truckload per group of wood, so that makes sense. Let's assign another truck just for coal right now, and that should get us there, get us started. We will need at least 1 excavator for coal. Then we want 2 trucks for coal. I'm only building 1 here because I'm assuming we will be fine with the number of trucks that we have. Right now there's a queue, which makes me think maybe we'll just get 1 of each done right away. And now I would like to create more of these guys. Someone bring something out here. I thought that was a priority that we were able to assign pretty soon. And once we have coal set up, I will turn off this wood miser, wood heater. Definitely. There's a truck out there. You just parked there though. But our excavator's almost done. We could quick build it, but I want to save our Unity just for a little while because Unity is great. It's great for later on when we have to do anything. Nice. Finally, we can build some construction pieces. Good. Good, good, good. Power and beacon is on. This means we could invite more people in. But I want to save the... No. We should build this so we can just turn it on whenever we need it. We'll just put it right there, which also means we need power. And I will plop a diesel generator just out here. I don't love this location, but later on there is oil here. I can show you the resources again if you don't remember. But there's some oil here and the power generator there, and we're going to have the diesel production on this side. It will just make more sense to have it out here. Because ideally, once this one is running, I will never have to run it again. Because we have better power productions than that guy. How are we doing? Power and beacon, yeah, that one is done. Excavator is done. Pause real quick so we don't waste time. Get 1 of these assigned. And technically it's 2 of them. 2 trucks is the right amount, and that means we can now take this one out. I would like to redo, or yeah, we'll just let that one get done once. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Thank you. And then we'll just say get rid of you and get rid of you. That returns a few construction parts, and that is nice. But this guy's still going to concentrate on iron for right now. Maintenance 1 is almost done, but we will need copper right afterwards. So there's a long wait for the queue. That is not great. So let's get another truck out there. What do we need? I don't know yet, but there's another excavator already available. That is nice. Looks like you're getting fuel. That's one of the first things. No, you're not getting fuel yet. That's one of the first things that we will get going. And we don't actually need the truck over here because we still have some scrap metal. That is fine for right now. Fuel station. Yeah, it's one of the things that we are going to get started pretty soon. Not right now, but it's one of the things that will just happen very, very quickly. All right. So we have this guy here. What do we need? We will need essentially this setup multiple times without the smokestack, and that's fine. Let's get the clone tool out. Let's see if we can I? No, clone tool will only let me clone everything that I selected. And I want that storage just like this. I like how this works, and that setup is actually pretty decent for what I need. Do I need to flip this? Honestly, it doesn't matter that much. I always want to give myself a lot of space, so let's start. Why don't we just start straighter, and we'll just expand to the left. That should be fine. We'll get that one in there. Molten channel can go in here. This one is the only one, or the transport version thingies are the only things that are not getting copied right away, and that's okay. I'll allow it. I do have to get my smokestack in here somewhere. I did something wrong. I already see it. We need, I think we need one extra space. What do we have here? One. This looks like 3. No, actually, we may be fine. I will run a conveyor later, and the conveyor needs exactly 3 spaces to go up. Otherwise, it doesn't work. But this one actually has the right amount of space. So that should be good. We'll put the smokestack there. It's just the first one, saving some materials. Get the pipe in here. That's nice. And now that one can actually start producing stuff. For right now, still just scrap metal and coal. Because it also doesn't produce slag. That is a nice bonus. That we don't have to worry about that. We have a lot of steel right now. That's actually really, really good. I really like that. How are we doing here? We still have a lot of this. So I want to add a couple trucks because our queue is still not 0. A non-zero queue is just not ideal. You guys don't have anywhere to drop stuff off right now. That is a good problem to have. That means he is full of coal, or pretty much full of coal. And that's what I like to see. I would like the same over here. We could quick build this for a little bit, but it's probably not worth it. But we have some new refugees, which means I probably just turn this off. Right now, we have a population limit of 120, so the next group that we get in will blow that budget. And right now, that's also the only thing that uses power, which we don't want. So once all of this is done, the conveyor belts are really, really important, but I have to get construction 2 done before then, and it's just not worth it yet. So basic diesel, actually water. Water gives us more unity. And then basic diesel will be the next thing that we're going to construct after that. Loose material storage is something I should probably get started eventually. Q4 would be for construction 2. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe it's a bad idea. Looking at our food, it's only 15 months. It's not terrible. And you're about to make some, so that should be fine. I think for right now. Why are you not building? You require more construction parts, and we're not building construction parts because we're just a little slower. That's fine, honestly. I don't mind that. And I will just double this. I think that's what it means. I'll just double it to produce more and a little slower so the trucks don't come out here and pick up half full loads. I'm okay with that. What do you have now? 50. You are done. You can get started on this. So load it up with all the materials. Thank you, coal people. Very good. Since the trucks are now have caught up with everything that we need to do, and the scrap metal piece is done, we will have to change this. Actually, perfect timing. Perfect timing for this one. As long as you still have some scrap metal pieces, you can use this, but we are done with that, and it looks like copper is now available. I will add a little more iron before I go too deep into copper, because copper will cost a lot of construction materials, and right now we don't have them. Simply because it just takes a while to produce this, and that is fine. But this guy, we could quick build you. I'm going to say that's worth it. Yep, that's fine, because now this guy should be able to get started on everything. What do you have? You have some copper or iron ore, not a lot. Which tells me for right now, as long as this number is 0 in the queue, we can afford getting some trucks going on that side. Something else that we should probably start thinking about is water. It's Settlement Water is researching right now. Great timing. Good job. Good job, everyone. And that looks good. We have a lot of workers available, which makes me pretty happy. This should work pretty well once these get, yeah, they're just starting to produce now. So once they're starting to produce, it's essentially one of these metal casters can serve as one of these assembly halls. And that is nice. Oh, wait, this turns it on for everyone? Yeah, I don't want that. I rather... Okay, yeah, maybe that's for later, so you don't have as much production going on. That's a little weird. That's fine. I'll survive. Get you all sorted out. Now, there is this slag that's going to be produced here, and he's just going to drop it off over there, and that will be important later on. How are you doing? Is there a problem? There seems to be a tiny problem. Why? I don't know. Um, can you start digging there, please? Like, someone do something here. Just making sure it does the thing it's supposed to do, because it's very, very important. It just looks like for some reason this one is out of reach, but this one wouldn't be reachable either, so it's a little weird. Let's just retry this. Reassign this whole section and get R, rotate this, and just do something. Go to work. That's all I want you to do. Just down here, this is all your work zone. We need that iron ore. Get it done. Yep, pick up some slack, but as long as you're moving, we are doing what we need to do. That looks good. How are we doing here? Yeah, the only thing we don't have is iron ore right now, and that's okay. We have a lot of coal trucks sitting here, not doing much. I'm going to be okay with that as long as these are all full. We are going to have our storage, blue storage here done pretty soon, and that is pretty good. Maintenance. Maintenance is here. I'm pausing that because this is very, very important, and I shouldn't have ignored it for as long as I have. Maintenance buildings will go right here. There will be copper in there produced. Just impure copper, but honestly, I don't care. Get at least one build. One should be fine for right now, and then your recipe will be regular copper, because right now that's important. We have some unity. Get that one done right away. It does cost 14 workers, so that is pretty hefty, but it's totally worth it because we need our maintenance figured out very, very quickly. All right, how are we doing over here? You are producing copper now. That is good. Not copper. I always call the red stuff copper because you know copper pipes are red, but that's really not how this game works. So that is running. Eventually, this will catch up pretty nicely. It would probably be nice to have another excavator, but I don't want to waste too much material on excavators. It's just a thing. He's going to go fill up with fuel. I can probably... I'm going to afford one more of these guys for right now. That should be good. We have water. We should probably build that. How are we doing on construction pieces? We are doing okay. That's what I like to see. I'm going to point these... I don't even know. These will just catch water, rainwater. I'm going to make them a little tighter here. Give me 2 of you. Do I have a storage for you? No, I don't have storage for water yet. That's okay. I think that will come with basic diesel very soon, and then we can take care of that. But these guys also want water. Yeah, we just need a lot of everything. This guy, however, the iron ore, we just need more. We just need a lot more. I think the next excavator and the next truck will go right here. You're not done yet? Why are you not done yet? Hurry up. All right, we have just completed basic diesel. We still have a little bit of diesel in the bank, but just not a ton. So I would like to make sure that we don't run out. Now the problem with these pumps is they're pretty expensive. They're 30 construction pieces each. We don't have a lot of iron right now. So I want to get this one up and running quicker. And the problem was also we were picking up a lot of dirt and slag that wasn't actually iron ore. So having this now will actually enable us to run a little more efficient. But there's still a little bit of downtime, especially since we don't have both of them running at the same time always. We're just going to have to deal with that. How are we doing on food? 13 months. That is fine. As long as it's not in the yellow or the red, we're doing pretty all right. It looks like on this side, we are also doing okay, but our copper is slowly going down, so we can't just ignore that. We have only one research set up or queued up, and that is not going to be helpful. The next one that we have to get is this guy, and I think that is a good place to be. Now, conveyor belts or fuel station. I'm going to argue conveyor belts will be nice, but trucks will be fine, and having a fuel station will refuel our excavators, which are really what we always... the problems that we always run into. And that should be fine. So storage is done now. That is nice, but without having conveyors, the storage really doesn't do anything because you still need a truck to take it from A to B. It's just like an in-between storage. That can be okay, but for right now, I don't want to deal with that. We still have 20 workers available, so I don't want to turn on the beacon again. We are using some power. I honestly don't even know what we're using power for. These guys, do you use power? No. Who uses power? This guy? Yeah, you use power. That's acceptable, I'm gonna say. Last month we're going down a little bit. Yeah, this is okay for right now, but I would like it to be a little better. Something that we should probably think about, and we have some materials available right now, is this guy. I would like, and I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna expand more to the left. We're gonna store wood in here. Wood is not a super important material, but the problem right now is I have a truck there, 2 trucks there that are not doing anything. Unassign. Thank you. You're not a tree truck. You are a regular truck. The coal guys would be nice to have a coal storage in here. Actually, that's what we're going to do. Because I want them to run as much as possible, and then later on we can just decide that we don't need you anymore. And ideally, this coal storage isn't a bad spot. No, maybe not. Maybe you are. It's fine. If I have to change it later, I will. But if this one stores all our coal, and put another one right in opposite of you that stores all our iron, maybe we can just speed up the transport just a little bit, and that could be very, very helpful. How are we doing right now? We are doing just okay. It could be a lot worse, could be a lot better, but I think we have to start thinking about our fuel production. I don't want to go too crazy about this right now. We will need some people, which means we will need, see, how many workers do you need? 1 worker. Okay, that should be fine. Put 1 there. Copy this one, flip you around. Actually, I did it completely wrong. The output is on a side that it didn't want it to be on. So put that one there. Get rid of this one. Use this, flip you around, then turn you so the pipe can actually look at itself. That should be good. And then we will need a storage for the crude oil. Right there should be fine. We can get this started to build. Nope, I want that angle and then this angle. I do know that for the fuel production, this one requires 4 oil pumps, but it's just going to take me a little while to get going, so I don't want to go crazy on that right now. It also requires coal, which would warrant a coal storage somewhere here, but I don't want to go too crazy right now with spending too many materials, especially since this whole setup, I'm not going to keep forever. It's going to be very important right now. I'm not even going to put a fuel or diesel storage right there, because this will run whenever we can't run anything else. We should put a pipe there for this guy, but again, I'm saving some construction materials right now that we would probably need very soon later on. We are doing pretty good on iron, which makes me think, let's add another one of these assemblies. Should just speed up our production. That should be good. Construction 2 is almost done. We are not low on copper, but we are relatively low on copper. And we can get a little extra if we get more population, but that's not ideal. Where am I here? Construction 2 is almost done. Fuel station is next, but we need some golden construction pieces to get the fuel station going. Here's what we're gonna do. So if you tell these to keep full, then they will not pick up from them. So you can't do that. So we need conveyor belts later on. For right now, just have to leave them whatever they are. It looks like these trucks, that really the problem that we have. Yeah, we always have this. We do not have enough iron coming through. So construction 2 is done, and we could get some golden construction pieces building out here, but I don't want to do that yet. However, we will start running low on workers here pretty soon. How are you doing? Can I build you? 9 unity. It's probably worth it. Yep, let's get some fuel produced. We are down to 117. We had 200 earlier when I looked last time. That's gonna show pretty soon. Our queue is still doing fine, so that is good. Our construction parts are not that hot right now, so this one has to get done. Perfect. And we are down to 7 workers available. Now I have to do 2 things. I have to get more workers, but I don't want to get more workers until I have space for more workers, because then they will run away and I didn't win anything. I may have won. I have won something, but not a lot. Thank you notification up here because I forgot that. The distiller will require a liquid dump to get rid of all the whatever it's getting rid of. So put that one there. Get your exhaust pipe over here. And get that built so this one can actually start producing something. And meanwhile, we're just filling up the fluid storage. That is nice. And our food supply is low. Oh boy. Just means build another one of these. It does cost a little, so any construction materials that you don't waste are a good thing to be. I actually want you to start with that one. I don't know what the how it is compared to this guy, but it's also always affected by the rain that they get or don't get. So all of that affects pretty much everything, which is awesome and annoying at the same time. And that's fine. I think the next construction, yeah, we just got some food. Next construction will be the housing unit, which we could use Unity for if we really wanted to. I just prefer not to do that, if at all possible. It looks like we are doing okay now there. The wood is full. Iron is semi-full, and that is good. We are still producing some. And maintenance is doing okay. We are not perfect, but we're doing okay with one right now. I would like to change you to impure copper and make this whole unit impure copper, but we cannot afford that right now. Because copper would be from up here. But before we can build that, we just need to build a lot of other things. We already have the excavator for that, so that is good. We already need workers. We have to get started. I could remove... No, these are only 2 people. These are 6 people. Let's turn that one off for right now. That gives us enough workers that we need, but we're just barely scraping by. Obviously, we don't need this guy, this one right now, but it should be pretty soon. You could just accept whatever I give you. There you go. And now we can produce something. You are full of steam. Okay, we got that one. I don't love adding this guy, but you only cost 10 construction parts. I think I can afford that right now, and then we have our own fuel production because we're down to 67 now. It's not getting better, it's just getting worse every time. So keep that in mind. How are we doing over here? Fuel station is coming. That is good. We are making construction parts right now. We have enough to build. Well, we don't have enough yet, but we will have enough for another housing unit. That's important. Eventually we can upgrade these. But what I want to do is put a water connection here. Actually, I don't want to build 2 of them. I would like to build out here, but actually for right now, we're just going to add a water facility over here. And with that, we can bring in water. That's something I will figure out later. I will probably put a water catcher somewhere out here, but I will also add another liquid pump, hopefully aligned with, there we go. Aligned with one of these pipes, otherwise it just looks stupid. Yep, get you in there. It's not aligned. I can do better than that. 1 over, please. I have no idea where that was, so let's have you come out here, like that. Actually, I want you up twice. And down there, that looks good. And now let's see if we can connect our water pump here, liquid dump. Ah, just too short by 1 piece. That's fine. Am I paused? I am paused. Let's unpause. So that one can get connected there. Trucks should be able to get underneath here. And I would like just to add another rainwater thingamajig. We're not going to be able to put another... Oh, this is perfect. It looks a little funky, but this is perfect. We're not going to be able to put another settlement here, but if we can just get this guy here and have a pretty much free water connection, then that is totally fine with me. That should be good. Food, we are okay. We have population now, or population space, so we can just turn this one on. We should have enough power available to run that thing. We have more than enough food for right now, so all that looks good, but our construction pieces are still pretty low. How are we doing here? We just don't have a capacity to produce more right now. That's not the end of the world. What we will do is just duplicate these 2 for 40 construction pieces, which we should have. We won't have right now, but having these 4 matches the 4 steel outputs that we have at this moment. We're going to need more than that, but right now we also have a lot of iron, and that's all very, very helpful for everything that we're doing. No research selected. That is unacceptable. Conveyors can be next. And then irrigated farms should be good. Honestly, I haven't used these. They're probably good, but not that much. And actually remove irrigated farms, get the ship dock first, then irrigated farms. With the ship dock, we can actually go out in the crazy world and get some other things, sometimes for free, sometimes not. So we are needing some workers right now. Water pollution, interesting. They added that. Cool. But for right now, it looks like we're pretty okay. How are we doing on everything? Iron ore, not filling up fast enough. Do I have really 3 trucks assigned right now? I do. I would expect them to actually bring some down here if they're waiting up there, because that's what it looked like they were doing, but they're obviously not. That is okay. People, we need refugees. Where are they? Are they coming in? In less than a month. We just got some, and we have 3 workers available. Perfect. That's what we need. No trees to harvest. That is a problem we can easily fix. I would like you to spread out here, because I want to put another farm there relatively soon. Probably not right now, but it will be a thing. That will be a thing. Here, having this water here is good, but we should probably store it. Since everything is done. Give me more. Give me more workers. Since everything is done for right now, we could... we should probably add one of these. Can I actually fit you in here? No, I can't. Not 100% sure how I want to do this yet, but I'm just going to say like this. And get this stored up here. That should be fine, and this one can connect right there. Cool. That gets us some water, and we can easily expand it here. And then once we upgrade these to irrigated farms, there's actually going to be a water input there as well, and that should be nice. How are we doing on copper? We're not doing terribly, but we're also getting new copper in every time we get new refugees. So keep that in mind. How are we doing? You have a lot of water. That's good. You don't have wastewater. We're gaining unity. That is important. We are gaining construction materials. That tells me we can actually duplicate this guy. That didn't work. That didn't work at all. Delete button. Yes. Copy button. Nice. That's what I want. And then space to continue. We'll just span out here. Molten lava. That looks good. We're going to keep it looking exactly the same, I hope. I'm actually trying this time. And then this one costs 25 construction materials. Maybe I don't have to do that yet. That is something that will probably happen down the road. But again, just trying to save some materials. We have conveyor belts done. We have more refugees here. That is good, but conveyor belts are really expensive, and one of these... Actually, we're going to do this. We're going to start the next row, and conveyor belts will come, but this guy, when it's done building, actually, I will upgrade it. And I think that will get us probably a couple extra construction parts to work, even though we only have 1 worker available, so anything I just said is completely useless. I did forget a pipe connection for you. That actually looks really nice. Very good. Proud of you. Just get that one built, and then we should be increasing our iron production, which is really low right now, but that is okay. We need workers. We need those refugees. Get them in. We have 144 out of 180, 25 months of food. That is actually really good. That makes me excited. We are full of coal here. We don't have any copper yet. For right now, let's just do this. Don't do this. We want to build another truck whenever we get a chance. Quick build? Yeah, please. How about another one? Do I actually need people to build this? That's pretty cool though, that I can't just say do it and they do it, that you actually have to make something work. Blast furnace has no recipe selected. Let's fix that. There's your recipe. Do the things. Get me some coal and get me some other stuff, and then we're obviously going to use these two storage units to transport the coal to whatever they need. That should be fine. This is bad because the excavators is driving such a long way to get refueled. By the time he gets back to where he wants to be, he ran out of a lot of fuel already. We don't want that, but we don't have a real option right now to change that. But later on we will. 30 more construction pieces. We have those right now, no problem. Perfect. Because then I would like this guy to produce the golden construction parts, which we can't yet. Why not? Because we need sand for that and concrete. So let's get the new mine control tower. We need sand. That's up here. Yes, you just said that. Very good. Then you want to assign what's going on here. Just like this should be okay. Get me as much sand as you can. This is really not a thing that is super... we're only going to use sand for this. Nothing else is going to use sand. And that is nice, but we still have to produce sand. So let's make it somewhat efficient. It doesn't have to be super efficient, but make it efficient enough. We'll put that one there. We currently have a lot of construction materials. That is great. So let's get this one... let's actually use our construction materials. That one can go there. Put it in a storage. This is a little overkill, but at some point we're going to expand this. That's why I'm leaving space in between so we can add more water storages and whatever else we need. That one in there, that one in there. It should be good. Now this one doesn't have an excavator. That is not helpful. We can take one from here, assign you two here, just one of each. That should be fine. There is... I'm going to say it will help to have a storage for sand here. Actually, sand is coming on this side. Apparently I turned... Oh, this guy's the wrong way around. But I will be okay with that. Have that one there, and then this one will just store the concrete pieces that we need for the golden construction pieces. That'll be fine. You can produce both right now. We will figure it out later on. You are out of trees again. Not what I want to hear. Let's see. We are good on food. I would actually like you to start clearing out this. Let's just assign a couple more. That should be good. How are you doing? Wow, we are actually just out of trees, and that's why we're not producing a lot. That is actually a good problem to have. I really, really like that. What do you need? Trees. Yes, understood. That is good. We have a coal truck there. We have fuel producing here. You always store... This is good. As long as this one is full, that is nice. I could... Just for later. Because we do, again, we do have the construction materials right now. I will just add this diesel tank right here. Yep. That one there, and then this one in there, so we don't need a truck to move fuel to a fuel tank, because the truck may also need fuel. So we're going to start saving more and more and more and more. Okay, we still have copper, so I'm surprised that we have copper, but I think they also tuned that a little bit just a little while ago. And this is all looking really, really good. This is not really big yet, but this will be expanded really quickly, and then it will just look crazy. How are we doing here? We have a lot of construction parts, very good. We are making some cement, and that is being dropped off right here. Perfect. Because we do have the construction parts, there's no reason to not add the golden construction piece storage here. And then don't think this is the end of the story. The next one will be red construction pieces and so on. There's one more that I'm going to add here, and I will tell you why in the next episode. Yeah, it's long enough. But this is a pretty good start. I'm not going to say it's the most optimal start, but maybe it is the most optimal start, and that's what I've maybe call the episode, because this is fun. This is complicated. This is great. I like everything about this. This game is it's just not simple, and that is exactly what I'm looking for. No error messages up here. That is awesome. I think I should add... one more rainwater harvester here. Don't be shy on these, they don't cost that much. And water is important, later on especially. So let's get one there, get this one connected here, just so things keep flowing nicely. That's what I want to see. Great. I don't think there are any other problems. I don't know if we have, if this runway is going to be thick enough or wide enough for actually doing irrigation here. I hope it is. Otherwise we may have a problem there, but not for right now. We got refugees in, we have a ship dock repair done. That is all wonderful. And that means we could click this button, but we need 50 golden construction pieces for that, which obviously is not happening right now. What is happening? Oh, you're still producing that one. Stop producing that one. We don't need that anymore. I want you to do just golden construction pieces, please and thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna let this run for a little bit and accumulate a few units. We're pretty close to what I need, but not exactly there yet. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this is the season where I'm actually gonna beat the whole research tree. There is so much in here. Look, 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 look. There's so much in there. Not everything is implemented yet, so don't judge it too much by that. But there is a lot going on. And I think we're on a really, really, really good path right now. I am excited. I hope you are too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, do all the things that YouTube likes you to do. That'd be really nice. We are overcrowded. We have to build another thing. We do currently have everything that we need. Sure, right there is good. So yeah, things are looking well. Oh, we now have a truck. Truck me. So I hope they will continue well until we're done. Oh, the problem is I have the beacon on. Turn the beacon off. Thank you. Thank you. Now that's done. Have a good one. Bye.